What's going on, guys? Nick here. This is an update on the car, and it's not a good one, but it's something that has to be done, so I'm going to explain everything to you guys for what's going on. So, as you guys saw in the title of the video, the car is going back to the body shop, and I'm going to explain why. If you saw the Look Who Is Back video when I got the car back the second time, I briefly stated that I was not satisfied with the job that was done the first time on the car, and that is why it is going back, because the first job that was done on it was done improperly. And so I'm gonna pretty much go through like the timeline of what was going on with the car and tell you guys why it's got to go back. So in December, late December, I was rear-ended by a drunk driver in this car, and the damage was pretty serious. After ordering more money, or getting more money from the insurance company, the damage totaled over $10,000, and that's a lot, considering the car's blue book value at the time was only $21. So the car pretty much should have been totaled, but it wasn't the exact percentage of what it should have been to be totaled, so they went ahead and fixed it. So when they fixed it, I picked the car up, and I had that whole honeymoon stage of when I had the car back, and I was pretty happy to have it back. But after that, I took a good look at the car, and I had other people look at it, professionals, and a couple things weren't lining up properly, and we didn't know if it was going to be that big of a deal or not. So I took it back to the shop. I explained everything to them, what I thought was wrong, and because I just went by myself, they just kind of blew me off like I was some dumb kid and didn't know what I was talking about. They said that all the car needed was the passenger side door adjusted, and everything was going to be fine, everything would be alright with it. But if you look at the car, I'm going to show you guys exactly what's gone wrong with the car since they fixed it. So I ended up going back and forth between the body shop and the insurance company to see what was going to happen with the car after it was fixed the first time. And 2 weeks after I got the car back, it was rear-ended again by a kid who ran a red light, and then the car had to go back to the shop, which I took it to a different shop because I didn't trust anything that they did the first time, so I had the car taken to a different body shop. When the car was at that body shop, they found even more that was wrong with the car than I even knew. And they contacted the insurance adjuster that looked at the car for the second accident to look at the job that was done from the first time and see what they thought about it. When they had my car pulled apart, they were looking underneath it. All the new parts that they put on it had no rust protection used on it whatsoever. So the car was pretty much just being driven around for 2 weeks bare, and that kind of irked me a little bit. And so I was just pretty much back and forth with the insurance company and the body shops to see what was going to happen. I didn't have a big meeting with them until just a couple weeks ago, so that's pretty much why when I had the car back for those 2 weeks, I didn't post practically any videos, because I didn't want to sound like that kid that was bitching about his car not being fixed properly, or everything not being absolutely perfect. I didn't want to be that guy. And so the car was fixed the second time. When it was fixed the second time, I made you guys the video and I said, hey, I really wasn't happy with the job that was done the first time, and I didn't know if the car was going to go back to get fixed again. I didn't know anything that was going on, so I didn't really talk about it a lot. But just literally I heard a couple days ago that the car will be going back to their shop May 18th, which is 1 week from today. So 1 week from today, the car will be going back. It'll probably take anywhere between 2 weeks and a month to fix. While the car is gone, you guys aren't going to be left in the dark. I'm actually going to be ordering parts for the car, so that when it comes back, I can have install videos ready to go, review videos ready to go, so you guys won't be left in the dark. Voice crack. Also, I'm probably going to be going to the body shop a lot to check out the car, because I really want them to do it right this time. There's no more mess ups. I don't want the car being done half-ass. I want it done properly. So I'm probably going to be checking out the body shop, and if I take my camera in there. I'm going to see if I can film some of it, so you guys will be able to see the whole process and everything. And that's pretty much going to be it. Over time, with the job that was done on the car, more and more things started going wrong, and that's really why I had my insurance adjuster go with me this time. My insurance adjuster went with me the second time I went to the body shop, so they would actually have a professional opinion there, so they couldn't just jerk me around. Over time, I found out that the bumper was practically just glued in place because the quarter panel is set back, like the quarter panel isn't aligned properly. So my rear bumper was practically glued in place, and the first day we got a hot day, it separated from the quarter panel, and I'll show you guys that. Also, the spot welds in the trunk are starting to break, and that's not good because that's pretty much the structural integrity of the quarter panel, and the spot welds are starting to break in the trunk, and that's not good, and that was one of the main concerns my insurance adjuster had. So that's another reason why it has to go back. And then there's just tiny stuff, like tiny details that just show that they really didn't care. I mean, the clear coat on the paint where they repainted is starting to come off. There's a couple spots in the paint where it didn't turn out the way it should have. I know I made a paint video where they had to fix some of the things in the paint. They really didn't get it all. So I'm going to give you guys a walk around of everything that's wrong with the car, and then I'm going to end this video. Before the car goes back, I'm going to film one more vlog of it. They're supplying me with a rental car, and so I'll have something to drive around in, and I'm going to keep you guys updated with videos. So we're going to do a walk around of the car, and I'm going to show you everything that's happened with it. So right here is where the clear coat is starting to come off. I don't know if you guys can see it or not because this camera is not the greatest, but the clear coat's starting to come off there. This is the part where everything's really noticeable. This gap right here, it kind of drops off, and that kind of shows you that the quarter panel is tilted back. And if you guys can see this gap right here, it's really big up here, and down here it is really tiny. So you guys can see that the quarter panel isn't properly aligned. Here's what I'm talking about with the rear bumper. First day we got a hot day. It's separated from the car, and it does not fit properly. Also, you can tell the quarter panel's not aligned too here because the trunk, where this lines up, the gap on the other side is a lot bigger than the gap on this side. And then you can see here, that doesn't properly line up, so the quarter panel is shifted back, and it's gonna have to be redone. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see, but these are the spot welds in the trunk, and a lot of them, they don't really, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. As you guys can see, they're really not the greatest, and a lot of them are falling apart. This one actually, right here, where's my finger? Right there. This one's falling apart, and I actually found a piece of it in my trunk. But yeah, this is a spot weld job. Really not the greatest job at all, which is why I wasn't happy with the first job. So yeah, it's starting to get annoying about this stuff. I'm really sorry that I have to keep making videos for you guys like this, but hopefully the car is fixed properly this time, and we can set all of this shit aside because it's annoying. Again, I apologize. Please stick around. I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming up. I don't want this to like ruin my channel on here, but so probably maximum a month, and the car will be back again, and hopefully it'll be fixed properly. If not, shit's gonna hit the fan, let's just say that. Yeah. Alright guys, well, this is gonna be the update for the car. One more vlog coming up, and then the car's going back to the shop. So once again, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.